Welcome to our journey through some of the most remote and inaccessible places on our planet. These are locations where the very forces of nature conspire to keep mankind at bay. Places that time seems to have forgotten. From isolated islands to hidden valleys, these locations are nearly impossible to reach. Join us as we brave the extremes and uncover the secrets of these hidden wonders. Our first destination lies over 1,700 miles off the coast of South Africa, in the vast expanse of the South Atlantic Ocean. Tristan da Cunha, a volcanic island barely 5 miles wide, is recognized as the most remote inhabited island on Earth. The journey to this speck of land, buffeted by ferocious winds and monstrous waves, is not for the faint of heart. A handful of hardy souls, descendants of shipwrecked sailors and adventurers, call this island home. They rely on fishing and a meager existence carved from the volcanic soil. Our next stop takes us to the vastness of the Pacific Ocean, where a tiny island named Pitcairn breaks the surface. This volcanic outcrop, barely 2 miles long, holds a unique place in history. Settled by the mutineers of the HMS Bounty in 1790, Pitcairn is home to a tiny community direct descendants of those infamous sailors. Isolated by thousands of miles of open ocean, the islanders have forged a life intrinsically linked to the sea, their survival dependent on its bounty. Our journey now takes us north, far north, to the icy wilderness of the Canadian Arctic. Here, on the northeastern tip of Ellesmere Island, lies Alert, the northernmost permanently inhabited place on Earth. Just 500 miles from the North Pole, Alert experiences perpetual darkness for 4 months of the year and constant daylight for another 4. Temperatures plummet to unimaginable lows, and only the hardiest souls, driven by scientific research and a sense of adventure, endure the relentless challenges of life at the top of the world. Chapter 4, Mochuo County, China, shrouded in the Tibetan mystery. We turn our attention now to the towering peaks of the Himalayas, to a place shrouded in mist and mystery, Mochuo County in Tibet. This remote county, nestled amidst towering mountains and raging rivers, remained the last county in China without road access until 2013. For centuries, the only way to reach Mochuo was by foot, navigating treacherous mountain passes and dense jungles. This isolation has allowed the ancient culture and traditions of the Tibetan people to thrive, undisturbed by the outside world. Chapter 5, La Rinconada, Peru, a city in the clouds. High in the Peruvian Andes, perched precariously at an altitude of over 16,700 feet, lies La Rinconada, often cited as the highest permanent settlement on Earth. This gold-mining town clings to the side of a glacier, its inhabitants braving thin air, freezing temperatures and perilous conditions in search of fortune. The journey to La Rinconada is not for the faint of heart. It involves a treacherous climb along narrow mountain roads, often subject to landslides and avalanches. Chapter 6, Oymyakon, Russia, where the earth freezes. Our journey now takes us to the frigid heart of Siberia, to Oymyakon, a village often dubbed the Pole of Cold. Here, in the depths of the Siberian winter, temperatures plunge to a bone-chilling -71 degrees Celsius, making it the coldest permanently inhabited place on Earth. Life in Oymyakon is a constant battle against the elements. The ground is permanently frozen, and even simple tasks like starting a car become monumental challenges. Chapter 7. Ittoqqortoormiit, Greenland, a village in ice's grip. We venture now to the eastern coast of Greenland, to a small, colourful village nestled amongst towering fjords and glaciers. This is Ittoqqortoormiit, one of the most remote settlements in Greenland, accessible only by helicopter or infrequent boat during a short window in summer. Ittoqqortoormiit is a true testament to human resilience. The villagers, primarily Inuit hunters, rely on traditional skills and knowledge passed down through generations to survive in this harsh and unforgiving environment. Chapter 8. Easter Island, Guardians of Stone. Our next destination takes us to the southeastern Pacific Ocean, to a place shrouded in mystery and wonder. Easter Island. This isolated volcanic island, famous for its enigmatic Moai statues, is one of the most remote inhabited islands on Earth. The nearest inhabited land is over 1,200 miles away, making Easter Island a true outlier in the vastness of the Pacific. How these colossal statues came to be carved and transported remains a mystery, adding to the allure of this extraordinary island. Chapter 9. Kerguelen Islands, Desolation's Beauty. Lost in the vastness of the southern Indian Ocean, the Kerguelen Islands rise from the sea like a forgotten fortress. Buffeted by ferocious winds and battered by relentless waves, these islands are as unforgiving as they are beautiful. Home to scientists and researchers who brave the harsh conditions to study the unique ecosystem, the Kerguelen Islands are a testament to the raw power and untamed beauty of the natural world. McMurdo Station, Antarctica, science at the bottom of the world. Our journey now takes us to the coldest, windiest and most remote continent on Earth, Antarctica. Here on the southern tip of Ross Island lies McMurdo Station, the largest research station in Antarctica. Reaching McMurdo is a logistical feat, requiring icebreakers to carve a path through the treacherous Southern Ocean. But for the scientists and support staff who call this frozen outpost home, the opportunity to study this pristine environment makes the challenges worthwhile. Socotra Island, Yemen, an alien world. Off the coast of Yemen, in the warm waters of the Arabian Sea, lies an island like no other, Socotra. Isolated for millions of years, Socotra is a treasure trove of biodiversity, home to plants and animals found nowhere else on Earth. The island's iconic dragon's blood trees, with their bizarre umbrella-like canopies, dominate the landscape, creating a scene straight out of a science fiction novel. Chapter 12. Svalbard, Norway, land of the polar bear. Deep within the Arctic Circle, where the sun barely dips below the horizon in summer and never rises in winter, lies Svalbard, an archipelago governed by Norway. This remote archipelago is a land of stark beauty, with towering glaciers, rugged mountains, and vast plains of Arctic tundra. Polar bears roam freely here, their numbers exceeding that of the human population. Chapter 13. Bouvet Island, a volcanic spectre. Our journey takes us to one of the most remote islands on Earth, Bouvet Island. Located in the South Atlantic Ocean, this uninhabited subantarctic island is a volcanic wonderland, shrouded in mist and mystery. Its shores, battered by relentless waves and often encased in ice, make landing a perilous endeavor. Even today, few have set foot on this desolate and unforgiving island. Chapter 14. Barrow, Alaska, life on the edge of the Arctic. Our penultimate destination takes us to the northernmost point of the United States, Barrow, Alaska. Located on the shores of the Arctic Ocean, Barrow is a remote outpost where the sun sets in November and doesn't rise again for over 2 months. The Inuit people who call this unforgiving land home have adapted to the extreme conditions, relying on traditional knowledge and hunting practices to survive. Chapter 15. Cape York Peninsula, Australia, Australia's untamed frontier. Our final destination takes us to the northernmost tip of Australia, Cape York Peninsula. This remote and rugged peninsula is a land of ancient rainforests, rugged sandstone escarpments, and pristine coastline. Home to indigenous communities who have lived in harmony with the land for millennia, Cape York Peninsula remains a wild and untamed frontier. These incredible places remind us of the vast and varied landscapes of our planet. From frozen wastelands to tropical islands, from towering mountains to remote ocean depths, our world is full of wonders waiting to be discovered. Thank you for joining us on this journey to the most inaccessible places on Earth. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more amazing content.
Yeah.